Alright, greetings and salutations, people of the internet. It's your boy the Nomad coming at you again with another Critique the Clip segment today. And today's segment is going to be something that's very interesting, something that's a big talk within the men's improvement space, and then within the people/social space period. And that is going to be about rejection within men and what we may face on the daily when we're trying to extend ourselves to get a girl. Now, here's an interesting take by a creator named Ray William Johnson. He has a very decent following, as you guys can see. He has around 596,000 likes on this video. Let's hear what he's talking about. And y'all know the format. We're gonna play it through. We'll spin it back, chop it up, talk about it, and I'll give my opinions. And then I'll leave the comments open below, and you guys express to me how you guys feel about this. Let's get it cracking.
What do you think of this?
When I'm at the gas station, this ain't no Christian mingle. This ain't farmers only. This ain't no dating time. I'm in and out. Please don't try to could I get you? No, could I get you Snapchat?
Number one fear of men, rejection. And you're gonna make a video making fun of him for trying his best to show interest in you. I need freaking subtitles to understand this woman.
So obviously this is a bad take. She goes to the gas station to get gas, not to get hit on. She's not like, I'll take $5 on pump 7 and some. But because I'm so petty, I just want to replace that guy with Rex from Toy Story.
Number one fear of men, rejection. And you're gonna make a video making fun of him for trying his best to show interest in you. I need freaking subtitles to understand this woman. Christian mingle, dairy farmers, so you're single and you wonder why.
Okay, so at the end of that one, we're hearing quite a few things that need to be broken down here. But as y'all know the format, we spin it through, then we break it down by chopping it up piece by piece, give it a little bit of pause points. So let's go ahead and run this back and I'll express to you how I feel about this.
What do you think of this?
When I'm at the gas station, this ain't no Christian mingle. This ain't farmers only. This ain't no dating time. I'm in and out. Please don't try to could I get you? No, could I get you Snapchat?
Number one.
Okay, so he's about to go in and say number one fear for guys is rejection. Now that may not necessarily be everybody. And as y'all see, there's over 5,000 comments in this, and some of the comments were addressing that. Like, as a guy, you know, I don't fear it. I'm not scared of it. That's very dope. But there are some people who do feel it. And the normal disclaimer, guys, is that once again, like I always say, this is critiquing ideas. No, and I cannot express this enough, no hard feelings and no personal attacks on any of the creators involved, and even on this young lady right here who's giving somewhat of a controversial statement right now. I love you all. Now, as I proceed, like I was just gonna say, the guy, and I believe the guy in this video is Greg Doucette or Duquette, I can't remember how his name is properly pronounced, but he's addressing the video that this young lady has put out, talking about how she doesn't want to be approached at the gas station. He was about to go in and say that the number one fear for guys is rejection. So many guys in the comments were expressing that that's not their fear. As I was mentioning before, that's dope, but that is some people's fear, man. And I can understand why. Because in this day and age, rejection can come with many other things. Rejection can be mistook as aggression. It can be mistook as being creepy. And when you're creepy, you're a target. And sometimes there are people out there who aren't trying to be creepy. They're just trying to be nice, or they're just trying to express that, hey, I took interest in you. And for so many guys like that, they run the risk of being called creeps. And it's not just a harmless moniker. When you're called creeps, sometimes the law can get involved. Sometimes people feel so fearful or so scared that they may end up getting people to try and attack you. And I know it sounds extreme, but these things happen. It's quite unfortunate. But as far as how she started off, I think it's very messed up to, you know, kind of mock these guys in that kind of manner. And put them in this fear of like being goofy for simply trying to come up to you. You're a very attractive woman. So with that being said, people are gonna come up and they're gonna try and speak to you. You know, it comes with the territory. But let's go ahead and proceed.
Fear of men, rejection. And you're gonna make a video making fun of him for trying his best to show interest in you.
As I just mentioned, yeah, making fun. Now, who knows? Maybe we both could be out of line here and we're misinterpreting what she means. But when you're kind of doing that voice, the goofy voice or whatever, the can I get your number? You know, it's a little bit messed up, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but let's proceed.
I need freaking subtitles to understand this woman.
Now, I want to go ahead and address what Greg just said. Now, Greg does something in this video that we just saw where he decides to fight fire with fire. I'm not that guy. I think with the correction that we could do, we don't have to make fun of the woman just because she's being, for a lack of a better terms, a bit dickheady. Just because she's acting in a certain manner doesn't mean you have to return that. Unfortunately, Greg, you throw yourself into the category of a fool as well when you decide to say things like, I need freaking subtitles to understand this woman. Now, she's speaking English with an accent, but we know why he made that comment. I understand that she says something that you may not agree with and that you may find messed up, but you're better than that. No need to fight fire with fire, my brother.
So obviously this is a bad take. She goes to the gas station to get gas.
Now, Ray, you came in and said, obviously this is a bad take. No, sir. This is just a different take from you. We can't say good or bad. Now, I'm going to go ahead and state my opinion here. This is just my opinion, but Ray, you have a bad take. Because what you're about to say, I just can't get behind.
Not to get hit on. She's not like, I'll take $5 on pump 7 and some.
Now, you're right. People don't go to the gas station to get gas. But here's the dilemma for the man. He sees somebody that he views as beautiful and potentially single, especially if there's no ring on that woman's finger. He decides, you know what, I'm probably never going to be able to see this woman again. Because as y'all probably heard me mention plenty of times on this channel, there are 382 million people in the US. There's a lot of people, meaning that you're going to cross paths with a lot of individuals on the daily. You may never see that woman ever again. It's a big country, man. A big country. So there's the potential she could be a visitor, and this is your only time that you can shoot your shot. Now, unfortunately, guys, and you already know, there are going to be some times where you just got to chalk it up to an L. Because if it's 2 a.m. at a gas station, you're not trying to get an assault charge for sneaking up on some young lady. You know, at 2 a.m. I understand we might just have to chalk it up to an L. But to say that when I'm at a gas station I don't want to be approached, respectfully, that's your opinion. Okay, that's cool. But to make fun of guys for going out and trying to do that is absolutely absurd. That's crazy. And to call it a bad take because he's critiquing her for making fun of these gentlemen and being, as I mentioned before, slightly dickheady, Ray, that's an L on your part, my brother. You can't really roll like that. To try and make fun of somebody for saying that, hey, she's not going to the gas station to get dick, she's there for gas. It's like, brother, they may not have any other time to approach this woman. That's called social interaction. That's normal. She can say, no, I'm not interested. That's cool. But it's the making fun of people part that's a little bit crazy. And for you to say that when women are at the gas station or when people are at the gas station, they don't want to be approached, that's absolutely absurd. There are plenty of people who don't give a damn about when they're approached. There are single people on the market and they just want to be approached. But the only thing is they may want to be approached by a person that they like. And typically that's what you find out about people. Sometimes people make blanket statements, but there are plenty of people that they're willing to make exceptions for the rule for. That's just human nature. It's for men and women. So with that being said, to say obviously this is a bad take, it's a bit crazy, man. You got some thinking you got to do, my brother.
But because I'm so petty, I just want to replace that guy with Rex from Toy Story. No.
Now, I get it. You're a comedian, so I'm going to let it slide. However, if this wasn't for the sake of comedy, I would even take what you're saying as far as the criticisms as a bit dickheady as well. You're talking about you want to be petty. Well, obviously you understand your nature within this instance. It's not okay to do this stuff, man. We can talk about some of these things in a civil manner and it doesn't necessarily have to go at ad hominem attacks, And the same thing goes for you, Greg. To be honest, all three of the individuals involved in this video, from the young lady to Greg to Ray, y'all are all being quite dickheady. Y'all definitely have to start thinking about what you're saying if you're trying to make an argument here. But who knows? Ray might just Ray might just be trying to be funny, and Greg might just be trying to be funny. So I kind of got my arms thrown up at that. Just giving my opinion. I might be wrong. As always, y'all let me know in the comments below.
Number one fear of men, rejection. And you're going to make a video making fun of him for trying his best to show interest in you. I need freaking subtitles to understand this woman. Christian mingle, dairy farmers. So you're single and you wonder why.
Last statement that was made by Greg. You're single and you wonder why. That's a big leap, my guy. I don't know what you're talking about, whether you're talking about guys understanding why they're single or young ladies understanding why they're single. I'm not really sure what you were going for in this instance. However, if you're referring to the young lady in the video, we have no idea if she's single or not. We don't know. And to assume that somebody's unhappy and single just because they have traits that you may deem dickheady or toxic, it's a slippery slope to get on, man. And I often talk about, especially with close friends of mine, life is not a fairy book tale. Meaning that just because somebody has toxic traits that they may spew out into the world does not mean, unfortunately, that their life is in shambles because of their toxicity. I know sometimes we have this compass, or rather this moral compass within us, that wants to see people who do bad or say bad things get justice, but unfortunately the world doesn't work that way. Sometimes people that you view as dickheady may not be the person on the bottom when you on your come up and all this, that, and the third. They may have an excellent life, as in this lady may not be single. She may be happily married, engaged, or in a relationship. We don't know. However, one thing that I can say though is that all the ad hominem attacks or assuming that this young lady is single or that she's lonely or down bad or whatever is crazy. You guys have got to stop getting in your feelings about things and jumping to these conclusions. Unfortunately, it makes you look like a fool in the end. I'm not calling you guys fools, but just be careful about foolish statements that you may make in the heat of the moment. And as far as in the heat of the moment, it's a little bit iffy because you guys take the time to post these things. Please be careful. Now, as I always say, I love you all. In the comments, y'all let me know if I'm taking this a little bit too far, if I'm looking at this a little bit weird. However, with things like this, I always like to talk about it because it's just one of them things where everybody's polar. There's no need for the polarities, man. There's nuance with everything. It's going to vary from person to person. Somebody doesn't want to be approached at all, as this young lady just mentioned. Some people may want to. You got to read the room. So level up, read the room, and kind of look at what you're doing and making sure your surroundings are okay for you to approach that girl, fellas. Just be careful, please. I want everybody to be safe out there, young ladies and young men included. But that's it for me on today's video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if anybody in this video is wrong. And let me know if I can do anything better for the quality of these videos. And if y'all think I'm going a little bit offhand by going at these individuals or going at the ideas rather. No matter how. Peace. Y'all be blessed.